My heart's broken a little bit today with the news of Twitch killing himself. Suicide is a subject close to my heart, partially because I'm a mental health advocate, and two, it's affected my life a couple of times. First time I ever learned about suicide was the hard way. There was this guy, I was in second grade, he was about twice my age, 16, 17. He lived on the street. My cousins lived next door to us, and he would come down and play with all of his kids, which for a 16 to 17-year-old, that's kind of cool that he was willing to do that. And we admired him, looked up to him. He was really fun, and truthfully, he was one of the happiest people I ever met in my life. I can still remember the day. Like, I can't believe, I can visualize the room and everything when I found out. After school, on the day that it happened, my mom and my aunt sat down with a kindergartner, 2 second graders, and a third grader to tell us that he had committed suicide. I'd never heard of suicide before, so that was a tough one because I couldn't figure out why anybody would do that, and then let alone why would he do that, I never share his name because the effect of his choice on my life and my journey is mine to share. His name is not mine to share. But I remember being very confused by that because he was literally the happiest person I've ever met. To this day, when I picture him, I still picture him with his smile. So I was affected by suicide at a very young age, and I never understood how he hid the way he felt from everybody. I know people think, you're a second grader, you're not going to know. But my mom and my aunt were around him all the time, his parents, his friends at school. Nobody had a clue. And it's always puzzled me how he hid that from all of us so well. So well. And I didn't understand it until I became an adult and I became suicidal myself. When I had to sit down and tell the people that needed to know after I'd gotten some help, the absolute shock on their faces told me how well I hid it from them. And I can still remember the breaking point for me. I was overwhelmed with the way I was feeling mentally, and I was having suicidal thoughts, and they were scaring me because I didn't want to die. I just didn't know how to feel this way anymore. I didn't want to feel this way anymore. I didn't know how to deal with it. And there was a day a friend of mine died of cancer, and he wanted to live, and I felt so much guilt because I didn't, and I was so overwhelmed with that feeling. And I had somebody say something negative to me that on a normal day I would have been able to just brush off. No big deal. That day was not the day I was overwhelmed, and I am very thankful I heard God call and tell me to get help, because I don't think I'd be here truly, I don't think I'd be here if I wouldn't listen to that call. And I realized when I sat down with everybody after I had gotten help that I hit it a lot better than I thought I did. And it just goes to show you, look at Robin Williams. That man was hilarious. Always smiling, always cracking jokes. He took his own life. Twitch was the same way. It always bothers me. I don't have to have heard of the person. I don't have to be a fan of the person. It just crushes me when I hear about suicide because it's too close to home for me. And since I was a little girl, when my friend killed himself when I was in second grade, all I've thought about for years is what was the 1 second? 1 second. That's all it took, and he couldn't come back anymore. What was the 1 second? If somebody had walked in at 5 seconds, could they have stopped him? And I think that about Twitch. What was the 1 second? I could cry because I'm so thankful that I didn't get to that 1 second because of how close I was. Again, I didn't want to die. I didn't want to die at all. I was just so overwhelmed. 1 second. 1 second and they can't come back anymore. I think this is probably a Debbie Downer video, and I'm sorry. But it's really bothering me, and I am a mental health advocate, so I wanted to do a video. If you are having suicidal thoughts or having some issues and even getting close to thinking about suicidal thoughts, you can text hello to 741-741. You can call 1-800-273-8255. Please do not hesitate to get help. I am not only happy that I'm still here, but I'm able to take my journey and my story with me and try to help other people. Again, you can text hello, HELLO, to 741-741, or you can call 1-800-273-8255. There is no shame in admitting you need help. Thank you.